Tuesday, November the 6th. Friends, of important day. It's called Election Day in this country, and I got to tell you, if you want an opportunity to talk at the coffee shop about anybody in Washington, you got to vote. Because your voice means nothing at the coffee shop if you don't vote. So that's the number one thing I want to tell you here on the Steckline Report. The number two thing, we're going to talk about the candidates and what they're going to do for agriculture in just a minute.
I first got started in the cattle business. My wife and my father-in-law got me into it. I love dealing with the animals and being in the outdoors. At American Ag Credit, I know a lot of them are in the same business that I am. Therefore they understand what I need and what problems I'm against, so they can work with you on it, and it makes it much easier.
It's been passed down to me through the generations, and I want to pass it on down to the next generation or two.
Announcing the service and maintenance event going on now at Straub International, your genuine Case IH parts dealer. Receive from 5 to 10% parts and labor discounts with any inspection. Schedule a tractor inspection for just $315 or a combine inspection for $400. Inspections available for all major pieces of farm machinery. Plus, for a limited time, get half off hauling. Straub International now features the Case IH 330 Turbo Robo Sharpener system to bring your turbo blades back to like new condition. Visit any of our 7 locations for the Straub International service and maintenance event going on now.
Well, friends, Election Day coming up fast, and everybody's kind of talking about agriculture except the candidates themselves. Very disappointing. As big a business as agribusiness is in this country, and I'm not just talking about the wheat farmer, the corn farmer, or the cattleman, or the hog man, or the chicken farmer. No, I'm talking about all the businesses that surround agriculture. From the banker to the jeans maker. We're talking about at least the number 3 or 4 business in the United States. Not one mention from the candidates themselves at any of these functions that we've seen or heard about agriculture. So what do some people do to find out where they stand on the issue? I thought it was kind of interesting. Farm Journal, which I get quite a bit of information out of them, they do a good job of digging up information, went to a guy in Nebraska to ask his thoughts on what a Romney administration might do. And I guess I'm going to go ahead and pass that stuff along to you. And as we end up our program today, we've got a word from former Secretary of Agriculture John Block as to what he thinks. Let me tell you what I think starting off. And it kind of coincides with what I've been seeing and reading about other people saying the 2 presidents and their change and what might be a change in agricultural policy. Very little, if any. I doubt that there would be much. Needless to say, we have Congress to oversee some of this stuff anyway. But in any event, let's just quickly tell you that on farm policy, Barack Obama, our president, have continued to push for lawmakers to wrap up the Farm Bill. They haven't been successful in getting it done. I don't know if there will be one done this year or not. In any event, when it comes to a safety net, the Democratic Party's platform supports increased crop insurance, and increased emergency direct assistance for disasters to help farmers and ranchers keep their businesses going. Due to weather and market volatility, Romney and his Republican friends believe farm programs should be as cost-effective as they are functional, offering risk management tools that improve producers' ability to operate when times are tough. They definitely don't like direct payments. That would be totally against their program, and I think it is Obama's as well. They like crop insurance and other programs to help, especially in disaster areas. Biofuels, in the light of drought and high crop prices, several U.S. governors are wanting a waiver of ethanol mandates under the renewable fuel standard. Obama and his administration stay committed to biofuels. The Republican Party and Romney support the RFS mandate as well, according to Mike Johans. That's the guy out of Nebraska who we're commenting about. He's the one that gave this information to Farm Journal. He said there needs to be new ways to use that product called ethanol and take the next steps in terms of science and in terms of using other things to produce ethanol other than corn. Regarding regulations, the Democratic National Committee says the Obama administration is focused on a simpler, smarter, more cost-effective approach. They also claim that the directive by Obama to have all agencies reviewed will cut back a bunch. The Republican National Committee says that the Democratic stance on regulations must be drafted and implemented to balance legitimate public safety, and they are definitely thinking that overregulation is a stealth tax on everyone as the cost of compliance with the whims of federal agencies are passed along to consumers at the cost of $1.75 trillion a year. And in trade, I don't think there's a lot of difference, although Romney pledges to work by forging new trade agreements, and when nations cheat in trade, consequences. John Block says won't be a lot of difference no matter who's president, but with 435 House seats up, the Democrats would have to take 25 seats away from Republicans to regain control there. They won't do it. He says his prediction is now Romney will win the presidency, which is not what he was predicting 30 days ago. So take that for what it's worth, friends. We'll see you on the next Steckline Report.